Boeing under pressure today after the company discovered a new defect for its Dreamliner plane. Let's get to Phil LeBeau with the details. Phil.
Melissa, this was a flaw that was actually pointed out by a Boeing supplier as they do an audit of the entire system when it comes to manufacturing the 787 Dreamliner. Here's exactly what the company announced today. There are could be defective titanium brackets on some of the 787 Dreamliners built since 2018. The important thing to keep in mind here, this is not a flight safety issue. We're talking about brackets that secure the floor to the fuselage. Certainly important. You want to have it checked, but it's not something that is going to force Dreamliners to be pulled out of the flight schedules. But it does highlight some of the ongoing problems when it comes to the 787 Dreamliner. Remember, deliveries were halted, and they have been halted since May. The final inspection process, that has not yet been approved by the FAA. In fact, they're going back and forth on a regular basis as part of the FAA production review. Until the FAA signs off on it, they're not going to deliver Dreamliners. Boeing is hoping that might happen later this year. But folks, we've been hearing that for some time, that they believe that they're close to getting this approved by the FAA. Until that happens, we don't see Dreamliner deliveries. And as you take a look at shares of Boeing in the last 6 months, look, they've traded essentially sideways, down, in fact, a little bit over the last 6 months. They've had only one cancellation of a 787 in the last couple of months. They had one last month. But relative to the S&P 500, Boeing really hasn't done anything. Remember, it has an inventory of approximately 100 Dreamliners. They've already said that they expect to deliver fewer than half of those this year. But if they don't get this inspection process approved by the FAA, you have to wonder how many they'll deliver this year. And why is this important, Melissa? As you see, perhaps the end of COVID-19, let's just say maybe over the next year, year and a half worldwide, and you see more international travel, and you see more airlines wanting a long-haul airplane, they're going to want their Dreamliners. It's been okay to a certain extent not to be able to deliver $25 billion worth of Dreamliners over the last 7-8 months. That's got to start to change relatively quickly, and that's why you see pressure on shares of Boeing as people say, what else is going on with this plane?
Yeah. Phil, thank you. Phil LeBeau. Dan, you flagged this chart. It was a pretty big underperformer in today's session relative to the broader markets.
Yeah, I mean, there's been fits and starts, right? And it's just a series of lower highs here. And I just say that we were talking about Virgin Galactic delaying their commercial flights. I mean, this company over the last few years is really they have quality assurance problems. It's just that simple. And I know Tim probably feels differently as a shareholder, but they've had two planes that went to the ground because of their negligence, and 350 people died. So I think that the FAA, they should be as slow as possible with this company right now.
Tim?
I think the story over the last couple of days is about deliveries. I think they have fewer deliveries. The 787 is certainly a profit center, less free cash flow. That's the disappointment. 375 MAX is still in inventory. Expectation that they won't get below, say, 320 as we get into next year. That's really the story of Boeing here, and the chart is representative of that. But look, the overall airline industry, the correlation here for Boeing, as we see airlines pick up, we're going to see Boeing's chart get better.